Hello, everybody. It is not Tuesday, but it is Bloobsday. I invented Bloobsday, so Bloobsday is whatever day I want. And today is Bloobsday, even though it's Sunday. So I guess I could say Blunsday, but that would mean nothing. So I just wanted to bring you guys another Bloobsday challenge. Why? Why not? I missed it on Tuesday this week, and I have some blueberries right now, and I will probably have eaten them by the time Tuesday comes for the normal Bloobs Day. So I'm gonna do my challenge right now. To start out, let me just address the fact that I have these very weird bruising situations happening on my cheeks. A few weeks ago, I was talking about my hearing problem, and 2 days ago on Friday, I had surgery to hopefully fix my ear problem, which, if we're being honest, I'm not sure it worked. Going into it, I knew that there was a chance that this wasn't going to fix my problem, and I would probably still have to have something else done to fix it. But I wanted to try because the procedure that I did have is a little less like there's no cutting involved with a knife on any part of my skin or body. And so that seemed better to at least start. And basically, what the problem, I guess, mostly is my ears have been kind of like closed since I got sick in December. They like closed over the way they do sort of when you have like you're flying on a plane or go over a mountain when your ears like pop and it feels like they like close shut and you can't hear good. Then you yawn or chew some gum or blow your nose or something and it like pops them back open again and they're clear. Well, mine closed up uh, on New Year's Eve at about 10:30 p.m. New Year's Eve, 12/31/23, and I was watching Tommy Boy with my roommates and doing laundry, and I could feel that they were about to close over, and I was trying really hard not to let them do it. I was putting warm compresses and doing everything I could, and nope, they just went. And they've never really opened fully again since then, and they're very like crickly crackly in there. It like pops and stuff. And as I've talked about on some of the videos, sometimes it closes back over like almost completely again, and then I can't hear at all. So the problem apparently exists primarily in the what's known as the eustachian tube, which is a tube like structure in your body that goes from like one ear to the other down behind the back of your neck sort of, and it acts as like a kind of like a ballast or like a pressure valve to either increase or decrease the amount of pressure in your ears to relieve pressure that builds up inside of your head. Like your ears are one of the important holes in your head, which allows your brain cage not to get too squinched up with pressure, like barometric pressure or something. I don't even, if we're being honest, I don't fully understand it, but I definitely understand how much pain I've been in and how much of a struggle it's been, especially when my hearing has been affected by it, because it's very difficult socially, as anyone with hearing loss can attest. So I wanted to try this procedure because it didn't involve any cutting of my body, only an invasion of my body. And by that I mean what they did, not to be gross, but they took they went through this nostril, back through my face into the tube, and then pushed like a little balloon through there, and then pulled it back up and brought it out through this nostril. Now, I was fully under anesthesia while this was happening, so my mind and consciousness does not have any recollection of it. However, my body definitely does, because my nose is in a lot of pain. This part of my face is in a lot of pain, and my back and my neck, where the eustachian tube is located, is also in a significant amount of pain now too. And I actually have to sleep on several pillows for the next couple of days to make sure that I keep my head and especially my neck, the tube, above the level of my heart. For some reason, I'm not 100 why that is, but I think maybe it's like if I lay down flat, like the whole weight of my throat and stuff will be pressing against it and kind of re-smush it back down. And the whole reason why they put the balloon through was to try to like pop it back open or something. I don't really know. But I can tell you, I don't think it really worked to fix my ears, because this one's still popping and crackling just as much as it was before the surgery. And this one is kind of not ideal either. So my doctor told me that the next thing that I have to do after that, if it doesn't work to fix my ears, is have tubes in my ears. And that was what I was trying to avoid, because in order to put those in there, they actually have to use a knife and apparently put some kind of a little nick or a cut into my actual eardrum for the tube. I don't know, but it doesn't sound fun. I don't know. My sister had tubes in her ears when I was a kid, and I mean, she was a little baby, 2, 3, 4 when that was happening. I don't know if that ever helped her. I don't know if it will help me, but it's probably going to be my next step, because it doesn't seem like my ears are fixed. But we'll see. I have another doctor's appointment this week, and I'm hoping maybe that this crackling and popping that I'm feeling is the tube coming back to life, maybe. Which would be great. I don't know. It's so weird, because all I did was basically get like a really bad cold or something. And then now this whole entire year I haven't had proper functioning of my ears. And so it's been really shocking, I guess, that like something that most of your life you take for granted, you just get a cold and you're sick for a while, you get better, no big deal. And then in this case, that hasn't been what's happened. And it's affected basically my whole health, because it's been, you know, it's like if the times when I can't hear, that's like a disability kind of. And then even when I can hear okay, my ears are still really sore all the time. And not only that, but because I'm not having the right pressure in my head, my like sinuses and nose and throat and everything have been really bad too. I've been coughing a lot and having a lot of different types of problems like that. So I don't usually like to talk about a lot of this stuff on these videos. Here go the animals. They're just, I can't do anything about them either, I guess. It's just, there's a lot right now in my life that's basically like, hey, take what you can get, buddy. Like, don't take nothing for granted, because nothing is. And including hearing or having proper health functions that you kind of thought were just normal for you. But that can always change, and I guess that's what I'm experiencing right now. And so one of the things I noticed today when I got up and looked in the mirror, because I kind of been asleep basically since the surgery, because it was heavy anesthesia, and they also had me on pain medicine through the IV, even though they didn't give me any pain pills for afterwards, which honestly I wish they had. Not to be like a pill person, but I do wish I had some pain pills, but that's okay. Uh, but yeah, I got up and looked in the mirror and I was like, oh my gosh, look at this. It looks like I have rosacea. But literally it's like I was like, why is this like this? What is going on? And then I suddenly, like, my brain went, oh yeah, that's bruising because of all of the activity that happened in and around my nose during the surgery. So hopefully, like most bruises, it will heal up and I won't continue to have rosacea face. But even if I do, I do. It's like I say, people can't do as much about their face and body as you are led to believe. And so please try not to judge people about their faces and bodies because it's whatever. Okay. So that's what's going on. That's what's happening with my appearance. That's what's happening with my world. That's what's happening with my earballs. Blah de blah. My animals are on one. They are on one. So this video is going to have a lot of weird sounds from animals, but that's fine. So, without further ado, now that we're 11 minutes into this video, I would like to share with you our reigning champions, actual bloobs. I have some beautiful, beautiful, beautimous Californian bloobs today. It's always a delight when I have my native Californian bloobs, especially when they're the really nice ones, which I do have some very nice ones today. And who is our challenger? Well, today's challenger is Nature's Bakery fig bars, blueberry flavored. I have a lot of comments to make about Nature's Bakery fig bar, blueberry flavored. First of all, Nature's Bakery has bothered me as a name of a company for a really long time because the implication is that somehow nature baked these, or somehow that they're natural, or I don't know. Nature's Bakery just seems really weird to me because it's just like, I get it when you say, like, oh, grapes and raisins are nature's candy. Okay, that I get. Like, you're saying it's nature, but it's also this. But Nature's Bakery, like, what? I don't, it just never has really, I've always wondered about that because I'm just like, Nature's Bakery, like, nature is not a, like, nature doesn't bake things. Like, nature is just like natural food, like, things. Like, I don't know. Baking, to me, baking is like science. It's not something that nature just does. I guess nature has a bakery now that we have so much climate change and overheating of the earth. There's lots of parts of the earth that are turning into a bakery, but that's not what this means. The other thing is that on their packaging, there's this whole story on there about how this bakery was founded by father and son bakers. And if you go to their website, there's a picture of the father and the son, but they're not named in any way. And if you look a little closer, what you find out is that Nature's Bakery is actually a division of Kind Treats and Bars, which is its own larger brand of treats. And further, the Kind Company, of which Nature's Bakery is a subsidiary, is in fact also a subsidiary of Mars Company. Mars being the company that makes a lot of candy, like candy, like chocolate candies and stuff, like M&M Mars, whatever. So it's real interesting to me how it's just like kind of like Annie's food, like Annie's, if you ever see like Annie's, they have like bunny shaped fruit snacks, or like pasta, or macaroni and cheese, and it's like shaped like these little bunnies. And originally that Annie's company was founded by like a lady named Annie, and it was those bunny shapes were based off of like she had a pet rabbit. But that Annie's company has been owned by a larger conglomerate for like a really long time. And I just find it so deceptive that these huge conglomerations just buy up all of these smaller boutique type brands, and especially brands that have certain missions and purposes which the people who buy it are buying into and sort of believe in. And then once the multinational or just even national large corporation buys those companies, a lot of times it's kind of like on Tommy Boy. Speaking of Tommy Boy, which I was watching on New Year's when my ears went bad, which is my favorite film. In that film, the character played by Dan Aykroyd, Zelensky, is wanting to purchase Callahan Auto, which is Tommy Boy's family company, only to just keep the name on the products, but to start manufacturing them himself at his own locations and put their factory out of business. And it's really the same kind of thing where it's like they just keep the name on there so that the loyal customers or the people who believe in the mission of that company still feel like they're still getting that same thing, but they're not anymore. They change everything about the practices, and I have a feeling that that's probably what's going on with Nature's Bakery. But basically, Nature's Bakery is a huge proponent of the fig, and most of their products are fig bars. They have recently expanded into brownie bars, but their whole thing is that they are non-GMO, gluten-free, and vegan. And at least I believe gluten-free. No, I'm wrong about that. They are not gluten-free. They are dairy-free. I'm so sorry. That's what makes them vegan. And also nut-free. So it's avoiding allergens, but not gluten because, duh, of course, obviously they have wheat flour in them. And I should have known that because today's product is the fig bar, blueberry flavored. So the outside of it, as you can see, like any fig bar, is just like cookie sort of, whatever. And it's made with flour, clearly. So, and then the inside part, the goo, is it's mostly fig. And the thing that makes it a blueberry flavored one is there's also blueberry jam mixed in there. So it's not even just like pureed blueberries. Here's a cat cameo for you. I told you these animals are on one tonight. She's really on one. She's been jumping up and down all for a while. So it's not even just like blueberry puree or something like that. It's blueberry jam. So even blueberry jam only has so much blueberry and then a lot of other stuff like pectin and sugar and stuff. So I have a feeling these don't have a huge amount of blueberry flavor and they probably taste a lot more like fig. And why aren't they just Fig Newtons? Well, because they're Nature's Bakery. So like Fig Newtons, I guess, probably are not dairy free and they may not be vegan. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm guessing that's probably part of the difference. And you can tell from looking at this, these are a lot more solid little chunky chunks than Fig Newtons. Fig Newtons are a little bit smaller than this, I think, and skinnier. Like the whole thing is smaller, the square, but then also the height, because this is about a ½ inch tall. I think a Fig Newton is probably only about a 1/4 inch tall, maybe. They're smaller. And each one of these packets, of which there's 6 packets in the box, contains 2 of these cookies. So let's bite in and see what we think. It takes quite a bit to chew on these because they're very dense, I guess would probably be the right word. I think they have a lot of fiber. Yeah, dietary fiber 3 grams, which is 11% of your daily fiber, and that is for both cookies combined, total 3 grams of dietary fiber. So I guess it's not that much, but somehow you do really have to kind of chew on this. Now, I have to say that out of everything that I've tried for the Bloobsday challenge, these would probably be my least favorite item so far. Even going back to 2018 when I first started doing the Bloobsday challenges, the only thing that I would say was probably worse than these to me was these dried, like freeze-dried blueberry things that were just like terrible. Like if you go back and watch the video, my face, like, ugh, I hated them so much. Again, you can't find those videos on this channel. They're on my other channel that I originally had, but the playlist is on this channel. And if you go to the Bloobsday Challenge playlist, if you're that interested, which if you are, thank you, because that's amazing and I appreciate. But on the playlist, you can find those old ones from 2018. And if you find the one with the freeze-dried crackling blueberries, you'll see my face just go, I hate this. These I don't hate. Like, I can eat them. They're okay. But I don't really like figs that much. I only bought these basically because for the challenge. I pretty much will buy almost anything that's blueberry flavored or blueberry variety for the challenge because I'm interested in it and I want to try it and I want to share the info with you if you're watching. And even if you're not watching, I still like to do this. But I don't normally buy fig Newtons or any other forms of fig bar things. I don't, my jury's out on fig, but I don't think I like it really. It's got like those weird seeds and it's just like chewy or something. I don't know. Why am I being this way? It's a food. People eat it. It's good. But honestly, I don't get almost any blueberry off this. Even when you smell it, all you smell is like the cookie part and like the fig. It's almost like they're just using the name of blueberry to just like make people buy it. But it really tastes just like fig to me. I don't, maybe it's that thing I talked about last time about how blueberry flavor is just a very delicate flavor that can easily be overwhelmed by more powerful flavors. But I don't even know if that's what it is because again, if you look at the ingredients on these, the blueberry jam that's in there is like way low on the ingredient list, and it's even blueberry jam. It's not like really blueberries. So I don't know. Anyways, that's fine. They're okay. But I think I can probably already tell you who's going to win this challenge before I even bring out our reigning champion. Actual bloobs. Look at these beauties. Look at them. They are so gorgeous. That little man. You see him? What a good friend he is. Okay, so someone last time on one of my shorts that I posted asked me, if I prefer the firm sweet blueberries or the softer, more tart blueberries, and the answer is firm and sweet, of course. But in any given batch of blueberries, you're going to have a mix. So, as I always tell you, what you do is you take a small handful and you eat them all at once. That way, if there's one that's less appealing to you, the other ones override your mindset and you eat them anyways. It's a trick of the mind. Oh my goodness. I gotta tell you something. Even these real life bloobs. Okay. It took 3 handfuls of real bloobs to override the figginess of these fig bars. But once they did, they really did. These California Bloobs, they win. They win my heart. They win the day. They win the hour. They win the lifetime. They win the kingship. Kingship of what? All foods. King of all foods. This right here, the natural blueberry. You want to talk about nature's bakery? Let's talk about nature's don't need no baking. Eat them. You can bake them into stuff, but you don't have to. So, as ever, we have our champion, Actual Bloobs. And to my California Bloobs, and to you, my friends, I have this song to sing. I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. All right, listen. Happy Bloobsday. Happy Sunday. Happy week. Happy end of June. Happy beginning of July. Happy birthday to my mom on July 1st. And happy birthday to all of us, because every day is your birthday if you want it. Every day is Bloobsday if you want it. And enjoy it and love it. And I love you and I wish you the best.